How many of you are excited for today? Feel free to type in our comment
How many of
section.
you are excited for today?
Okay. So how many of you are not? Thank you. Welcome to our FB Live today, entitled No Time to Grieve. Whenever I read this title, no, nasasad ako. Okay, so how about you? How do you feel about this title? No Time to Grieve. It's very sad, right? And today, we will discover 3 reasons why widows and orphans has no time to grieve when their loved one pass away. We will know 3 tips. We will discover 3 tips on how to preserve wealth and 3 things you need to prepare for final expenses. My name is Sheila Ching Ong, and I am here to help business owners organize their business and personal cash flow so that it will allow them to have excess money to prepare for future expenses, especially final expenses. So, how many of you here are already prepared for their final expenses? Just type I in the chat box. Maybe you're asking, no? You're wondering, ano ba ibig sabihin ng final expenses? So let's define final expenses. Final expenses are expenses that we spend when a person passed away. So, ano ba yung mga nasuspend natin during that time if that happens? Just type in the chat box. Hospital bills, that's right. Funeral services and memorial lots or columbarium. Okay, so we will learn later on how to prepare that. These three things, no, these are final expenses. Okay, few weeks ago, I was talking to a client and nakwento niya sa akin na his dad recently passed away and she was not able to properly grieve. What happened then? No, nung biglang na heart attack ang kanyang dad, everybody was shocked. And she was in the UK working. No? And she needs to rush, no, to come back here in the Philippines to to see his dad and to prepare proper burial services. And also, syempre, we need to prepare the memorial lots. Okay, so what happened, no? They are not prepared. So she was spend, no, 1 million for that incident. Okay, so usually, no, business owners are sometimes short-term thinkers. Why? Because we are focused on daily activities of our business. Okay? Hello, Auntie Judy. Thank you for watching. Yan. So, we think, no, business owners think that we are strong and healthy. Hindi naman tayo agad magpapass away, di ba? And also, life is long. Yan yung mga iniisip natin. Okay? So, because of that, hindi tayo nagpe-prepare if bigla tayong nag-pass away. Okay, so we always delay, no? Alam natin na it will happen anytime soon. Not really. So we do delay tactics. So today, I will be giving you 3 tips on how to be ready for this thing to happen. Tip number 1, face the reality. Okay, so let's wake up. Wake up, everyone. Wake up and face the reality that we will all perish one day. The Lord will call us anytime, no? Di lang natin alam kailan, and di lang din natin alam paano. Okay? So, especially now in this pandemic, na nakita natin, di ba, marami na nag-pass away for the past 2 years, no, because of COVID. And now, medyo mild na ang COVID, marami naman din nagkakasakit because walang check-up. Okay, so usually, no, bigla na lang may nararamdaman pagdating sa doktor, diagnosed with 4th stage cancer, breast cancer. So, another person, no, 27 years old, very young, meron brain tumor. Yan yung mga biglaan na lang na hindi natin inaasahan na nagkakasakit, no. And second, no, we have this YOLO mentality, di ba? You only live once. Kaya, we enjoy life. Di ba? Kain lang ng kain, enjoy life, di ba? Hindi na natin na to take care ang ating body, bahala na ang tomorrow. No? Bahala na. Basta ako, enjoy ako. Diba? We have this mentality. Do you agree, guys? You just type in the chat box, agree. And then, ito naman, itong next natin is accidents na we don't really inaasahan. No? Minsan, because of carelessness, and minsan, hindi talaga maiwasan. Okay, so these are the reason no, na bigla na lang tayong nawawala, wala sa age, di ba? Okay, so hindi rin natin alam kailan. Ngayon, ang question is, are you ready? Okay, are you ready for this? So how do we ready, no? Okay, so before we talk about how to be ready, let's talk about first what will happen if you are not ready. Okay, so if we are not ready, katulad tayo ng example case natin kanina, masya-shock tayo, no? Shock and sample case na so masya-shock tayo na hindi tayo ready, na we need to spend more. Because urgent na ito, lahat ng kailangan mong spend, mas mahal. Okay? So ngayon, if we are ready, we are prepared, ang benefit natin dito, nakakabili tayo ng mas mura. That's the benefit of being prepared. Yeah. Now, so ang question, how do we be prepared? Okay. So, again, as mentioned kanina, ano ba ang final expenses? These are hospital bills, funeral services, and memorial lots or columbarium. Okay, so getting health insurance, number one, no? For us to be ready with the hospital bills, it's good to get health insurance. Kanina, I just attended an orientation sa school for my son, being ready for face-to-face. And the doctor recommends to get a health insurance policy. Since, yun nga, we face the reality na mahal na ang hospital bills. So if ever magkasakit tayo, meron tayong makukunan ng funds. Okay, so that's one, getting health insurance. While young and healthy, okay, so from our last FB Live, no, if you're watching, if napanood ninyo, we talk about na more or less average ng hospital bills is around 4 million na. Okay? So you can prepare 2 to 4 million health insurance policy. Okay? So kapag kumuha ka ngayon, ang masuspend mo, example, for let's say 100,000 pesos per year, it can give you around 2 to 3 million. So depende to sa age. Okay? So but if nasa 60s na tayo, yung 100,000 mo is equivalent to 1 million na lang. Okay? And itong 4 million na na-mention natin, instead na ikaw mismo maglalabas ng 4M, if you will get a health insurance policy, maybe you'll just spend around 20,000 a month. Okay, so yan, ito yung ibig ko sabihin na nakakatipid tayo. If pinaghahandaan natin siya ng maaga. Okay, next, funeral services. If you're not ready, magta-times 3 yung expenses natin. Yan yung, yun yung mga policy na ginagawa ng mga funeral services. If wala tayong funeral plan, they will ask you for times 3. So it is good now pa lang, we get a funeral plan, you will just spend lower, no? Divided by 3, parang ganyan. Okay, so usually, example of 100,000, no? So, depende kasi yan kung saan yung gusto yung funeral service, no? Another benefit of being ready, you can choose. Kasi if not, di ba, kung di tayo prepared, ang ating mga loved ones ang pipili, and depende kung ano yung availability, number one, and also sa budget. Okay, so depende yan kung gaano kalaki ang gusto natin, di ba? And then third is memorial lots or columbarium. So depende rin kung prefer natin na buried or cremated. So you need to prepare. So it's like buying a house, no? Pumipili tayo ng location, gaano kalaki. So it is best to be ready now kasi if not, bahala ng ating loved ones, baka kung ano na lang ang available na maliit na lot na hindi kayo magkakasama. So it is best na pinaplano na natin ngayon pa lang so that magkakasama tayo as family rin sa ating memorial lots. Okay. Meron ba tayong mga questions? Feel free to type in the chat box. Okay, so let's go to tip number 3. Tip number 3 is to be ready also. Not only the the final expenses, but also prepare the possible needs in the future. Okay, so what are these? Daily needs of the family. Okay, so on top of the final expense, ano yung next step, no? If you are a breadwinner, you need to also think of ano yung magiging kapalit ng income mo kung nawala ka. Saan nila kukunin ito? Kung especially bata pa yung mga anak natin, no? Saan nila kukunin itong daily needs? Okay, so we need to prepare for that. And then second, kung mga bata pa nga mga anak natin, saan nila kukunin ng education, tuition fee, di ba? And then, you need to learn din saan, where to study, saan sila mag-aaral, dito ba sa Philippines or abroad, and how much ang current tuition, and when sila magka-college. Okay, so we need to account all of this. And third, you need to also think kung gusto mo ba mag-give, no? Parang pamana, ano yung gusto mong iiwan sa mga loved ones natin? On top of the daily needs and the educational plan. Okay. Yan. So now, we get to know the 3 reasons why widows and orphans have no time to grieve, 3 tips on how to preserve wealth, and 3 things you need to prepare for final expenses. So meron ba kayong mga question? Feel free to type in the comment section. Pwede rin kayo mag-like and heart so that I get to see you there. Thank you for watching, everybody. Okay, so now you understand better why do we need to be ready if anytime the Creator will call us. Your family members will just focus on grieving and not on the financial side. Do you like that? Siyempre, di ba? Ayaw natin mag-worry ang ating mga anak. Yun, so, I also received this message from a client na I really want to prepare for my health insurance so that kung magkasakit man, my kids will not worry about us. Okay. So how many of you now thinks about how to really prepare for it? So medyo marami tayong na-mention kanina and medyo malalaki rin yung mga amount nito, di ba? Do you agree with me? O para sa inyo maliit lang yan at hindi kailangan paghandaan? So type in the chat box, I'm overwhelmed, or chicken feet lang yan. Okay. Okay. So yes, no? Yes, no? It is very overwhelming. Medyo malalaki ang mga amount na na-mention natin kanina and we need to prepare for it. Okay, so ngayon siguro iniisip din natin, paano ko yan mahahanda? Ngayon pa lang, ang dami na nagde-depend sa akin. Marami nag-ask ng funds, ng tulong. And ako mismo, right now, hindi rin maayos yung aking finances. No? So, kayo ba ito? Itong mga na-mention ko? You just type I in the chat box if you can relate to this kind of people. Okay. Yan. So if you are this kind of people na niisip nyo na paano ko paghahandaan nitong final expense, ngayon pa lang, marami nang dumidepende sa akin. And ngayon, yung akong personal finances ko hindi rin maayos, no? Okay, so if yes, I'm here to help you. Okay? I can help you organize your business cash flow and personal cash flow so that it will allow you to have excess money to prepare for possible future expenses. Okay, so you can reach out to me and have a 30-minute video call so I can assist you with these 3 things. Assess your current cash flow, help you plan and budget, and implement the plan. Okay, so I'm calling on business owners who wants to make sure that the final expenses are properly in place so that the loved ones will not grieve the loved ones will grieve if the time comes. Okay, so I'm giving away 30-minute free video call. Just choose your best schedule in the link that I will provide in the chat box. So I will put it there. So for now, feel free to share your key takeaways. Yan. So here's the link. just feel free to set a call with me so that I can help you kung saan man kayo na nagsa-struggle or problems nyo. Okay? Okay, so next week, so this ends our FB Live today. No? Next week, we will talk about what to do kung pataas ang mga bilihin. So, you have a budget, no? And nasisira siya dahil sa pagtaas ng mga bilihin. So, what should we do then? Okay? So, see you again next week. Okay, at 5 p.m. And thank you for watching. Bye.